and welcome to episode 6 of Let's Talk About It with your girl, the DiDi Skky, DiDi Skky. So excited to have you with us tonight. But before I get started, I would be remiss if I did not introduce my co-host, the voice of God, the man behind the meme. I call him Major.
Hey, yo, what's up, DD?
Hello. What's going on, my friend?
Oh, I'm hanging in there. How you been?
I've been wonderful. I am traveling, so as you can see, I don't have the background that you're accustomed to seeing because I am traveling right now. But it's good to be here.
And where you at?
I'm out here minding my business.
Oh, well, okay. Let me shut up then.
Oh gosh, no, I'm out here making this paper.
Hey, I ain't mad at you.
Money, don't let that money make you. So that
It sounds like you enjoying the mafia, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Can't talk about what you're doing. Won't talk about what you're doing.
Exactly. Did you catch the BET Awards this weekend?
Oh yeah, I caught that.
Yeah. So a lot to talk about. We're actually going to talk about that a little bit more after our special guest because my homegirl Trina is trending because of people are saying that she looked pregnant on the show. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some of the highlights as well from the BET Awards. But this episode is brought to you by Pop Shots ATL.
Pop Shots ATL is an amazing 360 photo booth and event photography company that knows how to capture memories like nobody else. Perhaps you partied a little too hard at your recent event and can't quite recall all the amazing moments you had with your friends. If Pop Shots ATL was in the building, then you know they caught it all on camera. Their 360 photo booths are sleek and totally customizable with props and backdrops that'll have your guests flexing for the cameras. And check this out, y'all. They have a social media sharing feature that lets everyone show off their pictures and keep those memories alive long after the party is over. Pop Shots ATL takes exceptional care of their customers and pays attention to every little detail. So if you're looking to add some serious fun and unforgettable vibes to your event, Pop Shots ATL is the perfect choice. For more information, visit popshotsatl.com. That's POPSHOTSATL.com.
That's right, Pop Shots ATL. Listen, the 4th of July is coming up, so definitely give them a shout so that they can capture your weekend and all of those special memories. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This show is for you, and we want you to catch all of the exclusives that we have. We're going to have some bonus shows as well, so we don't want you to miss anything, and you will receive a notification if you subscribe to this channel. Also, if you are catching us on my Facebook page after the show, not right now, we want you to go over and like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. But also go ahead and share this live with your family, friends. Tell them to hop on in because this show is going to be for you. It is engaging. It's a chance for you to ask questions, give comments, concerns, whatever it is that you have. This show is for you. It is a platform, tool, vehicle for you to express yourself and engage with us and our guests. So we're going to go ahead and hop into our special guest for tonight. I am so excited. She is a comedian, author, and host. She penned the book Bye Bye Bags, Laughing to Lighten the Load, Your Load, and founded Baggage Claim Worldwide, a women's empowerment celebration. Please welcome our special guest, Dr. Kiana Dancie.
We take that paper towel and put it in the toilet because we don't want that water to do what? Splash us on our ass, right?
Girl, I could have gave you so many other clips.
We don't want that water to splash you. How are you doing, Dr. Kiana Dancie?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
You look beautiful. It is such an
Thank you. So do you.
Thank you. It is such an honor to have you on the show. Tell us about who you are. Of course, I had the pleasure of interviewing you before, but tell our audience who may be joining us for the first time who you are and how you actually got into the comedy industry.
So I'm many things, and I wear many hats. I'm a comedian, I'm a host, I'm an author, I'm an actress, I'm a franchise owner, I'm a life coach, I'm a real estate agent in 2 states. I am so many things, but most importantly, I am a transformational speaker, and also I am the founder of Baggage Claim ATL, Baggage Claim Worldwide. And Baggage Claim ATL, and it's based on airport codes. So it'll be ATL, NYC, HOU. So Baggage Claim is global, but it's a women's empowerment celebration team.
I love it. I love it. And so the last time I interviewed you, you didn't have doctor in front of your name. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Why was that important for you to further your education?
Well, I'll tell you this. I didn't actually go seek it. It was given to me. It was an honorary doctorate that I received from Global International Alliance for the work that I've done in the community. I have coached over 1,500 and some change, 1,500 women on how to unpack their emotional baggage to become their best selves. I have numerous hours, almost 5,000 hours of community service. My work has been in the community, working, in the trenches with women who have been held captive and hostage by the emotional baggage that they carry. So that is where the doctor comes from. Not to negate anyone that has gone to school and paid tuition, but my payment has been the work in the community where I rolled my sleeves up, got in the trenches, and got dirty.
That's right. That is right. And and thank you. Thank you for pouring into the community, and thank you for giving back. Let's talk about your comedy platform. How did you get into comedy?
So I used to work for Samsung, and when I got laid off from my job, it was one of those things where I had always knew that I was funny, but it's never anything that I thought that I would use to make a living from, right? So a friend of mine was telling me, "Oh my God, you're so funny. You should use some of these stories and these jokes to, tell people about it." And I'm like, "What? Girl, you gonna laugh at my misery?" And she was like, "Yes." So she challenged me to do open mic, and I did that. I went to open mic. They didn't throw, apples, oranges, or tomatoes at me. They invited me to come back. And ever since then, after getting laid off from my job, I was doing stand-up. I moved to LA. I lived in New York, moved back to Atlanta, been on tour with multiple people, including Just Hilarious, Country Wayne, Earthquake, been out with Martin Lawrence, been out with Cat Williams, been out with some of the greatest. My last bucket list has been working with Dave Chappelle. So I knew I was funny, but just didn't know how far I can take it and what exactly I can do with it.
Wow, David Chappelle. So what did you do with David Chappelle?
I did shows. I opened for him.
Yes. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. I love Dave Chappelle. I actually saw you live at the Atlanta comedy show.
Okay, here in Atlanta. Okay.
David Arnold.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were friends with him. So
I was. He and I both are from Cleveland, Ohio. And David and I had started talking about working on a project that I was working on. I had been talking to him about it forever. He was like, "Girl, you got to let me get through this thing with Nickelodeon. Let me get through this thing." And so, unfortunately, he passed before we could actually get that done. But it was just a blessing that he thought it was worthy for him to even work on.
Absolutely. Comedy is one of those industries that, like the entertainment industry, is very male dominated. And so how have you, your many years of being in this industry, honing your craft and creating your brand, how has that been for you in terms of making sure that your name and your brand stood out among the rest?
Well, first of all, I stayed consistent, and you said it. I created my own, creating my own brand for my own lane. Listen, there is a slice of pie for us all. This is not, although it's a male-dominated industry, but just like every industry can be male-dominated. The car industry is male-dominated. The real estate industry can be male-dominated. The electronics, I own a CPR cell phone repair franchise store, and it's male-dominated. I don't necessarily look at them, men or women, as competition. I just look at me doing the best that I can with what I have. And I continue to press forward to just make sure that I stand out, because what is for me is for me. And I just don't worry about what anybody else has.
I love that.
So it's just being consistent and being funny.
Being consistent and funny. That definitely helps. And so when we look at all of the hats that you wear, you mentioned real estate, your community involvement and engagement, your comedy, also hosted sister circles. So you have worn so many hats. How do you balance it all?
It's not always easy, because I do say that I am a Jill of all trades, but the thing about it is you have to learn how to take time for you. I take time for me, and I live by my calendar. And I won't tell you that some balls don't get dropped, but I will say that I take the time to refresh, renew, and then I plan. So when I can plan what's on my schedule, on my calendar, I keep track of what's going on. And then also I'm driven by a different purpose. It for me, my purpose is not only for, my career advancement, but also if I'm doing it for the kingdom, everything falls in line.
That's right. You do it for the Lord, and He will lead and guide you. What was it like hosting Sister with the ladies of Sister Circle?
Hosting Sister Circle was my dream job. Like, anyone that's ever known me know that I had always wanted to be either a daytime talk show host or a late night talk show host. And there's a difference. Daytime, you tend to have to be more pulled up and prim and proper. At night, you have the ability to let loose a little bit, let your hair down. You can say some things that not many people are going to be offended by at night. So for me, it was a dream come true. It was a bucket list. It's definitely something that I'm very interested in getting back to. But it was a blessing for me to know that, one, I can work and operate at that capacity. Right. I don't have sisters. I grew up as basically the only child until my little brother came. And I say that, I'm tickled every time I say it, because I was the only child up until I was 14 years old. Wow. But it was an amazing opportunity for me. And I think it opened the doors on so many levels for me personally, and then also introduced me to the world who did not know me at all.
Absolutely. You recently had a surgery to remove the bags from under your eyes. You stated that this was something that you shared with your audience, with your followers, because you're someone who is very outspoken about your experiences. Was that experience a metaphor to your book? Bye Bye Bags, you have the book, and then you had that experience, and it's a release of some things for you as well?
So I got the surgery in 2016, actually. And yes, as I was at home healing from the external baggage removal, and I don't know how to pronounce it, starts with a B, but as I was getting the bags under my eyes removed, I was laying there and there was nothing that I could do but heal. And so as I was having a conversation with God, I was like, you know what? I want to heal younger. I want to be prettier. Lord, do your thing, do your work. And He said to me, you will heal younger, well, you will be prettier, but what you are not is pretty on the inside. So I knew that I had some work to do. When He called me ugly on the inside, and we know that He cannot lie, there was nothing that it is what it is, and it was what it was. So I started working on my internal baggage and started unpacking the things that hindered me from becoming my best self. I'll tell you, your emotional baggage, your baggage that you carry shows up in the room before you ever will. People will remember you, how you made them feel, opposed to the things that you said to them. So, like how, the things that you see, how I was rude, I've been rude, I've been curt, I've been dismissive, all those things. And so I knew that I needed to kind of work on the internal so they can match the external. Okay. And so, yes, to answer your question about the book, Bye Bye Bags, they came from each other. So as I was healing externally, I started writing the book. in my mind, of course, because I had bandages on my eyes. But again, I wrote the book, Bye Bye Bags, Laughing to Lighten the Load, where I discuss healing myself whole through laughter. And I encourage anyone to work on their internal baggage, because we all carry baggage. But even if we don't acknowledge it, we all carry some sense of baggage. And that book has been the gate, the door that has opened so many opportunities for me and so many gates for me.
Oh my goodness. And I certainly am very appreciative of your book and the work that you're doing for women like myself to be able to release the baggage that we carry. Why is it that you think that women specifically carry and hold on to the internal pains that we've dealt with in life more so, I believe, than men? I think that we hold and we bottle things in because we are supposed to be strong and you know, we're like super women. And so what do you think about that?
It's interesting that you said it like that, because I disagree. I think men tend to hold in their emotions than women do. We are free with our emotions, but there is a lot of pressure to be strong and stay strong. We carry the burden of not only the home, but also the community, and not only the community of the world. I would tell you wholeheartedly that it's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of responsibilities and a lot of expectation of us to be strong. And I'm actually, I get offended by that. Like, I'm tired of people describing us as strong as if it's an award. Like, yes, we are strong, but we have to be strong because no one else around us are willing to take up the slack. We got to do it ourselves. I say every time that the evolution of a strong woman came because of a weak man. Now, hear me and let me explain what I mean by that. I'm not saying, I'm not calling men weak, but I am saying that if you see a woman who is overly strong and overly doing and overly this and overly that and da 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 and da 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 and boom 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 boom, she's all the things. It's because she had no one else that she could trust, that she could be weak with, or she can surrender to. There was no one that she could say, you know what, today I can't do it. Here's the baby, here's the business, here's the job, here's the bills. So she's had to be all things to everyone. Everything to the husband, the wife, the kids, and I say wife because these days, husband, wife, kids, you got to be all the things in the business, and then you come home, you got to be all the things at home. So I believe that we have just we're operating just in that way because we have no choice. We have no other choice but to be who we are. If we don't do it, who's going to do it? If we don't do it, it won't get done. Now, I hats off to all the strong men out there, because there are strong men out there. There's weak women, weak men. There's weak and strong people on all sides of the fence. But to answer your question specifically, is because we are expected to, and there's no refuge nor a safe a place for us to surrender.
And does Bye Bye Bags, does it also touch on that, and also your women's empowerment tea? Does it touch on the opportunity for us as women to lighten the burdens, lighten the load, you know, turn over some of the responsibilities, and sometimes sit back and like you said, I can't handle the kids right now. I don't want to cook, whatever. Is it an opportunity for us to speak our truth, to heal our hearts?
Yes. So, excuse me, I'll tell you that my book is called Bye Bye Bags, so laughing to lighten the load. It's because I want you to do just that. I want you to take a day, kick your feet up, and just laugh. Every day is not worthy of a cry, but some days are. Some days you just have to laugh. Some days you just have to cry. But then at the end of the book, I really want you to come to the acknowledgement of who helped me pack these bags that I'm carrying. Who is responsible? Who else besides myself helped me develop this baggage that I'm looking around? I'm a child molestation survivor. I lost my dream job, but I also was in a long-term relationship that did not materialize into marriage. You have to understand that some of these things are not just you, but also you can't continue to point your finger at everybody else. The book, Bye Bye Bags, Laughing to Lighten the Load, is my story. But as you just saw, the journal that just popped up, that's the companion book. That is your story. You go through the journal and you write, today I'm not happy. Today I am happy. This makes me happy. This brings me joy. This makes me sad. In my journal, I have the blank pages where you can write. You can, if you need to, cry. Write it. And I encourage people all the time to write down the things that make them insecure, remind you of a shortcoming and your failure. Write it down. What are your failures? What are the things that you are embarrassed about? What are the things that you feel like has hindered you? Are you being held captive by your shortcomings? Are you being captive by your failures? And if you are, I encourage you to extend yourself grace, because there's no one on this planet that is perfect. And so the best way to get through your baggage is, first of all, to acknowledge that there is baggage.
Right.
You have to acknowledge that there is a problem. Nobody on this planet is walking around here with no baggage. But if you are, okay, fine, maybe you dealt with it, right? Maybe you did deal with your baggage, but again, I'm gonna say, live a little longer, you're gonna get some more. Because life is gonna life. So while you're dealing with life day to day to day to day to day, why not have a tool, right, to write it down, get rid of it, let it go, burn it up, do what you got to do. So my hopes is that people understand that no one is perfect. Life gets very, very heavy, and you are not the bags that you carry.
That's right. That's right. And if I can share, I mean, I recently went through a very tumultuous divorce, and getting through that for me, because it took me to a dark place. I was embarrassed. I felt like I had failed. And so I literally had to think of a way, and I had to seek, the Lord's guidance to give me tools. Like you said, the journaling, give me a tool to help me literally not get through day by day. It was literally get through moment by moment.
Yeah.
And sometimes it was seconds. Like I mean, and it was just so overwhelming for me for the things that I went through, not only with the divorce, but other things that I went through as well. To get through just that piled was very difficult. And so for me, daily meditation and journaling, I journal as a journalist, as a reporter, I journal anyways. I never really journaled for my personal sake, like you just mentioned. Journaling for your personal sake, writing those things down that trouble you, writing down the issues, the troubles and the pains of your heart, writing down things that I need to work on myself. And so all of those things help me with my journaling, with my meditation. Those things help me through my day. What do you say to people who are naysayers with using the resources and the tools, whether it's journaling, meditation, counseling, people who just say, I'll get over it, I'll figure it out? What do you say?
I think it's unfortunate, and I'm happy to hear. First of all, I'm sorry to hear about your divorce, but this is what I say, and all the time to the people: anybody, if it's impeding on your peace and your joy, it can't have you. Now, again, once you get married, of course, you take those vows seriously. But if you have done all the work, you literally have prayed together, you've gone to counseling, you did therapy, you did shadow work, you did this, you did that, and it still have not worked. You guys are trying to date each other again, and it still has not worked. You've compromised, it still have not worked. It gets to the point where you say, okay, I've done everything that I can do. Have you done everything that you can do to make this work? And if the answer is no, you got to go. I don't care what it is and who it is. If it impedes on your peace and your joy, it cannot have you, period. Because it's a formula. Peace, right. Joy, you. But if it's no peace, no you. No joy, no you. Life is very, very short. Very short. So while you're sitting here trying to figure out how do I do this? Well, guess what? Life is too short. You might go to sleep today and not wake up tomorrow. No one has time to wait and waste time with someone who's not willing to make this work. If we come to the minds and say, hey, we're gonna make this work, me and you, I am committed to making this work. So what is it? What's not? What am I doing? Where can we meet? Come together now. So don't ever internalize that as a failure. You did I'm assuming you did what you could do to make the relationship work. It is what it is. If you guys cannot make it work, move on. Now, you mentioned therapy. You mentioned what else can people do. I am an advocate for mental health support. I believe wholeheartedly that especially people of color tend to go to we will do everything. We'll get our hair done, we'll cut our hair, we'll change our color, we'll beat our face, we'll go to the gym, we'll buy a new car, get a new house, we'll do all the things to make it look like we're doing all right. But we're steady walking around here broken on the inside. We're struggling on the inside. You know why? Because we look at going to get mental health as a weakness. I'm a subscriber to PCP. Prayer, couch, and prescription. Now, I'm happy, ma'am, to hear you. DiDi, you know me. I'm a prayer warrior. I'm happy to hear that you say I went to the Lord. But the Lord gave you another tool. It's called common sense, and it's called therapy, and it's called a counselor. So get yourself on the couch, which is C. Prayer, couch, and then the last one is prescription. See, the words say prayer without works is dead. Right. So yes, you pray, but what else did you do? So your work is your therapy, your counselor, your community. That's right. The works is your journaling. The works is looking inside internally. Now, what else can I do to make this better? So prayer, couch, and prescription, period. And all of those things should make you a better person. Now, let me say this. Thank God I've never needed a prescription, but there are people out there who need a prescription. There are people who struggle with, hearing voices, have anxiety, who have a lot of mental health, situations that they need more than just prayer and couch. Right. If you need a prescription, don't allow people to shame you into not getting the assistance that you need.
That's right. That's right. That is so, you listen, our audience is chiming in. They are here with us. Deborah said, that's right. She said, amen. Stephanie Blackman said, yes. And Stephanie Walden said, preach. So they are coming through. Levi is here, and he said that he appreciates the passion and the purpose that you have, girlfriend. And Rachel Lewis says, I love the vulnerability and realness in this episode. So,
it took me a long time. Okay, so a couple things. I won't say it took me a long time, but it did take some time for me to really figure out what is happening. So, for example, I'm gonna give you an example of something. If you meet a woman and she has absolutely no female friends, not a one, you got to sit back and be like, girl, not one? You don't have no female friends in your tribe? What is it that makes you insecure or uncomfortable to be around your own kind? Right. That makes you wonder, what is the problem, right? What about, guys who, and I'm always intrigued by men who say, I don't want to talk to a counselor. No. You look, being Black, you need a therapist. Before anybody say that we're gonna get reparations, they need to be talking about mental health and therapy. Why? Because we've been through some traumatic experiences. Waking up every day being Black is a traumatic experience. Getting up, going to work, getting up, not sure if you're gonna come home because you got to tussle with everybody, the Karen, a Ken, the police. You don't know what's going on, and each other. Right. Correct. So mental health is a thing that we all should be an advocate. We all need someone to kind of help us unpack the baggage that we carry. Right. And baggage, my friend, it's not always, I'm a child molestation survivor. Yeah, but you literally just went through a divorce. And a person that went through a divorce can internalize that as a failure. No, it just didn't work. Right. We outgrew each other. He wasn't, we wasn't sexually compatible, whatever the issue is. Exactly. After you done prayed about it, you done sat on the couch about it, y'all done did everything that you can do. Because, I'm a believer. So I'm a believe because I'm believing that we're going to do everything that we can do to make this work. Right. But because it didn't, Lord, listen, forgive me for this one. I got to go.
Got to go.
Got to go.
What do you want women to receive from Baggage Claim Women's Empowerment Celebration Team?
So first of all, Baggage Claim, Lord, I wrote the book, Bye Bye Bags, Laughing to Lighten the Load. And I said, okay, now what, God? Because you reading me down. So he said, well, you asking women to get rid of their emotional baggage that they don't even know that they are not even claiming that they have. What you mean? He said, you're telling women to get rid of their bags. And most of them are walking around saying, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Why? Because when you say, I got baggage, I got drama, I got trauma, now that's you putting your heart on your sleeve. Now you're opening yourself, you're being vulnerable. Now it's a whole lot that goes into that, sis. So now, it's like, okay, do I really want to tell my tea and tell my business? Okay. So God said baggage claim. Baggage claim is a safe destination for women to claim, heal, and release from the emotional baggage that we have ever carried. I carried baggage. You carried baggage. Karen had baggage. Donna had baggage. Listen, Big G had baggage. All of us had baggage. Levi had baggage. But the thing is, are you going to continue to carry that baggage? Because you don't have to.
Right.
You do not have to. It's a choice. You can make the decision to pick up your baggage and drop it, carry it into the future, and leave it there. No, you don't have to. But you can make this. You can make a decision that you're going to be happy.
That's right.
So what I want people to, the women, because this is a women's celebration, because we're celebrating being happy, healed, and whole. And fellas, let me say this before you even go there. Just because we're empowering women does not mean we're emasculating men. This is what I believe, sis. Hear me, girl. If you empower a woman, she's an happy, healed woman. She's a juicy woman.
Okay. Ready for you.
She's ready. Her juices flow mentally, physically, all things. When she's aligned, she's in an amazing place. Now, so fellas, you can't come, but you can sing your ladies. Sing your wife, your girlfriend, your niece, your daughters, sing your grandma, sing your people. Sing your side chick if you want to, but she might not come back as your side chick.
She might not come back as the side chick, huh?
Okay. She might be coming back. Maybe a wife. What we doing? But what I want people to do, when they come to baggage claim, I want them to understand, no matter where you come with your cup, if your cup is half full or third full, whatever it is, I want you to come to get your cup refilled. You're going to, wall to wall, there will be women in there that are either coming into their healing, in the middle of their healing, or on the tail end of their healing. They've been through that, they've done that. But guess what? We're not trauma bonding. What we are doing is we're bonding through our victories. I overcame this and that, and let me show you how. Matter of fact, I'm going to be your accountability sister.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
So there will be a poet. Shout out to Teresa the Songbird. There's a singer, Zabiel Janae, and a one-woman show with me in a way that many of you have never seen before. I know oftentimes people say, I've never seen you headline before. Well, this is it. This is a one-woman show. It's going to be fantastic. Every ticket purchase will get a gift bag. And this, my dear, you do not want to miss.
You don't. And I am a strong believer that we are overcome by one another's testimony. And so hearing, sharing, and receiving what's in this conference is major. And I suggest that the women, if you are in the Atlanta area, make sure you check it out. If you're not, make it a girls trip. Come in town and be there for it. Let me ask you a question, girlfriend. Are you living the life that you dreamed of?
Wow. I am. And I say that because, first of all, who knew that I haven't had a real job since 2009? And when I say real job, like getting up to work for someone else, clocking in, being held accountable with somebody else's, responsibility, or none of that. I am living the life that, first of all, clearly the God wanted me to, because he made me go back to work. Right. I am very happy where I am. I will tell you that I would have thought maybe I would have been married by now. But, everything happens in God's time. Right. And regardless of what I want, I always tell people, keep planning and see him and watch him change your plans.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That is so true.
I love my life. I'm living out my passion. I'm living out my passion and my purpose loudly. I'm unforgiving for the things. From being able to tickle tummies and heal people and put a smile on their face, to being able to coach women into letting go of their baggage, to being able to, all of the hats that I wear have come out of some sort of necessity. I'm a real estate agent in 2 states because I wanted to buy a house and I was like, wait, how much is the commission? Oh, I want that commission. That's mine. I do that. Went and got my license and I sold my house to myself.
Put that in my bag. I love it.
Put that in my bag. And that's the thing. You want to get rid of your emotional baggage so that you can get some luggage. Now, what is the difference between baggage and luggage? Baggage is going to hold you down and hold you back. Nobody wants you to show up every time into this relationship, to this job, to this building, or anywhere where all this black luggage. Girl, if you don't leave that at home, no, get rid of it. You want luggage so that you can take a little vacation, a staycation, a vacation. Girl, luggage going to let you soar. Luggage going to let you fly. Baggage going to hold you down and you're going to look crazy trying to drag it around.
And nobody don't want that. Nobody don't want that. That's right. You do something that I really love on your social You say what's in someone's bag.
What's in your bag?
Tell us about that, because
this is, it was one of those things that's trying to create content. But I will tell you this: you can tell a lot about a person by what's in their bag. Like, there's women, girl, who I didn't found so many things: money, drugs, guns. There's a lady on Miss Bobby on my social media has so many mints and Listerines and toothbrushes and toothpaste and floss. I was like, girl, what is happening here? But she might have an issue with her breath, or she don't want to have an issue with her breath. But whatever is in your bag tends to say a lot about who you are and also your state of mind. They oftentimes say that your home is a reflection of your mental. Your car is a lot of guys say, "Ooh, your car is messy. You don't have a man." Like, I definitely believe that your purse, what's in your bag, is an actual reflection of your mental, of your psyche. So listen, you got a lot of keys, you don't want to get locked out. You know what I mean? It says a lot about who you are.
That's right.
So yeah, wow. I'm kind of blown away. And I got to be honest, man, as a guy listening to all of this, man, woo. A lot of the fellas, man, if they ain't coming correct, they'll be afraid to send a woman to one of these little seminars.
It's funny that you say that, and I hear that a lot, and that might be another reason why I'm single, because you can't step to me any kind of way. And I wish men understand, like, these days, women I desire a man to step to me and say, I love you. I like you. I would like to get to know you. What happened to that guy that was okay with? I mean, I'm not saying we want to turn you down, want to reject you, but it's nice to have a man approach. Hey, sis. Okay, he was saying that men can't. Men are not gonna want to send their ladies because she gonna come back. But when you want and this is what I say.
That's right.
And I'm starting to change a little bit, but I will tell you this. If you fix the woman, you fix the home, you fix the home, you fix the community, you fix the community, you fix the world. Now, when I say fix, I don't imply that we're broken, but I will tell you that we're all broken to a certain capacity. But it's a choice that you make. You have to decide, how broken am I going to remain? I think that in all areas of our life, there's some sort of brokenness, but we heal in one place and maybe are still, tending to another, right? Man and woman. So when I say I'm changing, it's because what I would love to see is not only is the woman fixed, not only is the woman, she get herself together. I would love to see that man too. That man, if you fix the man, you fix the home, you fix the home, you fix the community, you fix the community, you fix the world. But with that being said, now you have two fixed people.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, the society, the enemy, the devil, whoever you want to call it, has been putting in work to break down the family.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a strong man and a strong woman and they're together,
that's a power couple. Now that's a power couple.
But see, a man can't. This is the thing, and one of the realest things that I ever heard recently. And I said, Jack Daniels. I don't always agree with everything that Jack Daniels said, the dating coach, but he said something that I thought, that's deep. He said, a powerful, independent woman desires to ride in the passenger seat. Ooh, when I tell you, he wasn't lying. There are days where I just want to surrender, sir.
That's
I just want to give it to you because I don't want to deal with it. Not that I can't. Not that I'm unable. I am very capable of dealing with it, but I don't want to today.
Right.
I want to be soft and I want to be gentle. I want to be your peace to your war. I want to be your Eve to your Adam.
That's right.
And we can't do that.
Yes.
If you're not ready.
To make us want to give, you have to do the things so that we can surrender that key and give that key and feel that we can trust you with us as a whole, like you said.
And see, that's the thing. The reason why we don't surrender is because we don't trust. And we can't trust because you haven't been proven. And you haven't proven, but it goes on and on and on and on and on. But we love you. We honor you. And we're doing what we can to support you and build you. But we can't do this by ourselves.
That's right.
We can't do it by ourselves. Although we have. We don't want to do it by ourselves.
We don't want to do it by ourselves. My girl.
Wow, I'm blown away. I'm gonna get out of here. I got some thinking to do. I need to think.
Think and do the work, Major. Think and do the work. Dr. Dancie. Tell everyone how they can stay connected with you. And of course, you have to share again how they can join Baggage Claim Women's Conference.
Yes. So first of all, you can follow me on all things social. It's Kiana Dancie, Kiana. Last name is Dancie. That's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, my website. Everything's the same. TikTok, Kiana Dancie. That is me across all boards. Also, Baggage Claim again is July 22nd at ATL Comedy Theater at the Underground location. What is Baggage Claim? Baggage Claim is a safe destination, which means no matter who you are, no matter what you got going on, no matter what you're going through, you are in a safe place to come claim, because you got to say, I got a problem, release, we're going to let it go, and heal, because I'm going to give you the tools to at least start you on with the tools to become a better person. So heal. So Baggage Claim is a safe destination to claim, release, and heal from the emotional baggage that you ever carried. Maybe you're not carrying it now, but live a little, and you will get some eventually.
That's right.
So come to Baggage Claim July 22nd at ATL Comedy Theater. You can get tickets at atlcomedytheater.com, underground location. We would love to have you. Every ticket purchase, get a gift bag. There will be a poet, Teresa the Songbird, a singer, Zabiel Janae, one woman show with me. And regardless of where you are, planes fly, cars drive. Come on and see me.
Come on in. That's right. And check out my girl, Dr. Kiana Dancie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Wherever you are, I pray that you are safe. And make sure you listen. Have a good time, because life is short. And you don't always just going to be working. Go outside.
I'm going to come outside, and I'm coming to that Baggage Claim.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you.
Absolutely. Love you back, sis.
Let me say this real quick.
Sure.
People think the Baggage Claim is going to be a bunch of crying. That's not true. We're going to laugh, we're going to cry, but we're going to celebrate being happy, healed, and whole. So pull up. If you don't think so, come prove me wrong. Come through. Let's have a good time. Let's laugh, let's pray, and celebrate, because it's going to be off the chain. You do not want to miss it. And remember, you are not the bags that you carry.
That's right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Take care. Dr. Kiana Dancie. You guys make sure that you check her out.